This is Greg Stockton coming to you from North Carolina. United Infrared is proud to announce Thermal Imaging Conference for 2013. The conference will be held June 3rd through the 6th, 2013 in beautiful San Diego. And with me is Peter Hopkins, who's going to tell you all about it.
I'd be happy to. This is Peter Hopkins here. I'm going to share with you some of the great information that we have in store for Thermal Imaging Conference. We're going to be held at the beautiful Omni Hotel and Resort in San Diego. Now, for those thermographers out there, you can easily see how this is the hottest hotel in town. Well, this 4-star resort is set right in downtown San Diego at the heart of some of what would call the entertainment district. That is the gas lamp district, where a lot of opportunity for you to spend some of your vacation time pre or post our conference. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Now, from the moment you arrive at this 4-star resort, you're going to see the luxury is set in from when you pull your car up to when you arrive inside the resort. We have some wonderful news. We've secured wonderful rates of $185 a night. Now, I want you to understand that hotels in this area are going to range from an easy $250 to over $400 a night for similar hotels. We've secured a preferred rate, and you know what? It goes before and after our conference. Now, as we'll go through the schedule, you'll learn that our conference is going to start on a Monday evening, that is. If you take 3 days prior, wow, you've got a wonderful weekend in store for you. Or our conference ends on a Thursday, which you can do a wonderful weekend after. So there'll be definitely an opportunity. And I'm going to tell you, some people may think they might want to save some money by going about 15 blocks inland. You won't want to. San Diego is a go-to location, and there's a lot of perks of being part of this conference and at this location. The hotel has many different benefits, from luxurious accommodations. We've secured free complimentary in-room internet access, reduced rate of valet parking, and benefits also can be increased by joining their club, which you can see on their website. You can see the inside of one of the rooms, and this is actually looking over at the Coronado Bridge. It's an amazing location with very nice rooms. I've personally been through these rooms, and I think that everybody will be impressed that we have brought in top-notch for you. There'll be over 55 technical session presentations being taught in a very spacious ballroom. In fact, the entire meeting level of this hotel is going to be dedicated to Thermal Imaging Conference. This is just some of the meeting rooms that are being presented. Well, we're going to bring off our event with a bam. That is with our welcome reception for all of our attendees. On the first night of the event, from 6 to 9 p.m. on Monday, June 3rd, you will have an opportunity to meet and greet with many of your fellow thermographers. We're going to have entertainment and also some keynote speakers that will help you understand the opportunities that await you in thermal imaging. I think it'll be an exciting event for all and something you won't want to miss. Here's another view from that event. It's just right outside at poolside, and you know what? Think of San Diego. It's 70 degrees year-round. At least the opportunity outside is where people will want to be, and we were thinking no different when we set up this conference. Here's a couple other views of the hotel as you look around the outside. And as we stated earlier, it's right at the entrance to the gas lamp district. There's over 100 restaurants lined up through this very adventurous street for you to walk up and down, see the opportunities and entertainment for you. Also, another thing is this hotel is the only hotel in the world that's connected to a major baseball league stadium. And you know what? Go Padres. They may be in session at the same time. In fact, baseball season runs from April to July, so very likely a baseball game could be running. I know Greg's looking forward to coming to a game. What do you think, Greg?
I'll be there. I'll be walking across the Sky Bridge.
There you go. Well, with infinite opportunities for activities and many areas to see, there's a lot of things like the USS Midway ship, Seaport Village, and many opportunities to walk up and down the coast and even going over to Coronado. So We inspire you to look at this event as something what we will call later an EduVacation. Well, let's go through a few of the sessions and a couple things that I'll have Greg talk a little bit about, but just to give you an idea, we have all of our attendees in mind when we set up our schedule. We have our sessions not start until 8:30 and they end at an early 5:30. This time of year, it's daylight until after 8 o'clock at night, so you're going to have an opportunity before and after. Should you decide to go out the evening before and enjoy the entertainment district, you can still have plenty of time to get rest in and come in and get your breakfast and find time with your exhibitors and be ready and fresh for this awesome education session we have. Greg, why don't you talk a little bit about some of our schedule that we have here?
I will. As the slide showing right there, you got all these possibilities to go out and have a good time. And we wanted this to be relaxed. Our classes are kind of intense. And so we didn't want it to be like that. We wanted to be really relaxed and everybody to be able to kind of live in the life of luxury for a week. If you show the next slide, while you're pulling up the schedule as a PDF, and so we can look at it, I'll go over some of the benefits of the conference and the highlights. As Peter said, we have 55 different technical sessions. So even if you're a person that has done a lot and seen a lot, believe me, there's stuff that you haven't seen with infrared. And we're going to have a flavor for all those kind of things when we're doing this. We got great speakers. It's the best networking opportunities you could ever have. The weather's beautiful, the hotel's beautiful, lots of stuff to do in your free time. You can learn a wide variety of applications, and then the UI members have a special marketing session on the last day that we're going to do, taking everybody's business to the next level. So if you want, Peter, go over this the schedule with everybody.
Absolutely. So starting off on the first night, Monday, June 3rd, we're going to have exhibitors set up, but also the check-in and registration from 1:30 to 5:30. Our reception will be from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on the Palm Terrace, that area outside that we showed you. I think everybody will enjoy it. And each day, the schedule is going to follow the following agenda. In the morning from 7:30 to 8:30, we'll have exhibits and breakfast in the exhibit hall. And then we'll have an opportunity for our first session. Each of our sessions will be 90 minutes in length, and there will be 5 opportunities. So no matter what your profession, whether it be medical, industrial, electrical, mechanical, the applications are endless, but we're specially breaking it down into 5 different sessions. And believe me, even if you're somebody who's taken everything, there is something for everyone, because as one of every 5 sessions will be an exhibitor-driven education conference. So you're going to have opportunity to learn, whether it's from education brought to you by the exhibitors or our top-notch speakers that we will bring on board. And so once again, each session will be break down with a sufficient amount of breaks in between so that you're going to be ready and fresh for each event. From 12 to 1:30 each day, you will have lunch in the exhibit hall and another opportunity to meet with those exhibitors, learning about the cameras and the opportunities that await you. On the second day, the same event's going to follow. On the third day is a special event for those that are part of United Infrared and that have taken training applications. We have a special day for you. On day 3 is a full day of marketing. It's all about taking your business to the next level. You know, often people get involved in businesses and they don't realize all the opportunity. And you know, one of the things that United Infrared's business line has always been involved with is helping you learn the application specifically to marketing and how to take it to the next level. And we're going to have top-notch speakers presenting on how to take your business to the next level. We hope that you'll be part of that. But for those that are part of the general conference, you'll have an opportunity to participate in our exhibitor sessions, where exhibitors will be able to talk about their new and upcoming products, and you'll be able to have that hands-on treatment with you wherever you may find that your conference is going to find yourself. As Greg stated, we have over 55 technical presentations. We're going to go through some of our speakers shortly here, and all of our sessions will be broke down into 5 categories. The question is, which one do you lie in? We're going to have the buildings and construction tracks, for all those building and home inspectors. We're going to have the mechanical tracks for those like utility districts, people work in electrical surveys, biomedical tracks for veterinary use, anything medical application, breast imaging, and miscellaneous application tracks, which will cover many of the other opportunities, and of course the exhibitor training tracks, where exhibitors will be able to present things like NFPA standards or guidelines that we all must follow as thermographers. So let's carry on here and talking about a lot of these opportunities with all these breaks. It's going to give you that perfect networking opportunity, first-class accommodations, a beautiful area with perfect weather, and lots of things to do during your free time. Let's go on to the next slide. Here's some of our presenters that will be speaking at the conference. Greg, do you want to talk a little bit about Bob and the rest of them?
Well, almost everybody knows Dr. Bob. He started the ThermoSense. He co-founded the ThermoSense conference, which I am the chairman of this year, and I was the co-chair last year. And it's a very, very technical conference held in Baltimore. He's been around thermography since 1978, and he's published a bunch of books and technical papers, and pretty much he's the guru of infrared as far as I'm concerned. And he teaches our electrical scanning course with myself. Our next class is in Detroit in July. Howard Vicks came about a year ago to United Infrared, and he's a great personality and a great speaker and a great teacher, and he works with Peter on the energy scan IR, basically residential energy type of applications.
I think we all know this guy and this guy. Well, me and Greg are both your conference chairs, and our goal is to bring to you this top-notch education.
Eric, my brother, works in Stockton Infrared, mostly our electrical, mechanical. He does a lot of everything, including computer data centers. And we have Data Cent IR, which is one of our service modules, and he does the predictive preventive maintenance part of that course. And then Ben Hixson is president of Hixson Consultants. Everybody just loves to watch him do his presentations and they're quite technical. He's a chemist, and he does a little different twist on the roofing systems from a chemical and technical perspective when we do our roof scan IR courses. And you know, having the opportunity, and not just with Ben, but everybody, having an opportunity to go up and talk to these guys who are truly experts in the field, having an opportunity to do that, that's what thermalimagingconference.com is about. That's our whole purpose, is to bring together all of these experts into one place. Same with Scott Wood. Scott is a building scientist, a true building scientist. He takes a very scientific approach to thermography and to buildings, and he and Peter teach the moisture finder course, and which is one of our service modules where you can actually do and make a lot of money doing moisture surveys in buildings. Tyler Hixson's the VP of Hixson Consultants, and he works mostly is the guy who goes out in the field and does a lot of assessments, damage assessments, and that kind of thing on buildings and on roofs. Having to be able to go and talk to him in person while he's teaching, right after or before or during him teaching a course, it's just a great opportunity for you. And Mike DeLeonardo, do not discount. I know a lot of you guys and gals do infrared on buildings, and a lot of you do electrical mechanical applications, but do not discount the medical side of this. You've got the horses, you've got the zoo animals, the dogs and cats, and then you got the human beings. So there's actually an up and growing field of thermography in medical. It's called really thermology. And Mike DeLeonardo is a world class, and actually he's a Hall of Fame farrier. Joanna Robson does the course on Equine IR. She's in charge of all the veterinarian analyses that get done on horses, and she does a beautiful job of speaking, and you'll enjoy her class. Even if you're not interested in going to do horses, even if you're like me, you're scared to death of them, you still will enjoy going to watch her presentation. Jim Seffrin is a personal friend of mine, and he and I have worked together on many different projects in teaching, mostly teaching stuff. And we always go to the IR Info Conference, which is this year held down in Orlando. I encourage you to go, as well as to the Information Conference, the other one. But IR Info is a very homey atmosphere. It's just a great conference to go to. It will be in, I think, February.
January.
And then, I'm sorry, it'll be in January. And in November is the Information Conference. But Jim is a world of knowledge. He's one of the very few guys in this industry that does construction defect lawsuits. John Finlayson does he's in charge of our data set IR 3D thermal mapping. He's a very brilliant fellow and a very nice, easygoing speaker who talks one-on-one, and you'll enjoy him. You'll enjoy his presentations as well. Dr. Phil Bretz is the director of the Desert Breast Institute. He published this year and during ThermoSense, he published a pretty groundbreaking paper on breast scanning. And believe me, everybody that's in infrared is interested in breast scanning. Even if you don't want to do it, you still should be interested. If you're a guy out there who you should be scanning your wife's breast, it couldn't hurt. And then Cindy Hawks is our marketing director for Stockton Infrared and the United Infrared, and she works very hard behind the scenes putting together marketing tips and strategies for our UI members, and she's going to share some of those with the general population of people in infrared. And she's been with us a long time, and she does a great job.
I think that what you'll find with the lineup of conference speakers that we have, and there will be many more to be announced as we get closer to the time, this conference will appeal to the person who's just looking about getting into the business all the way to the person who's the experienced 20-year, 30-year thermographer. The opportunities are endless, and so are the applications with infrared. And we hope that you'll be joining us at Thermal Imaging Conference 2013. We encourage you to go to the website, thermal+imaging+education.com, where you can download our schedule. You can also see the registration opportunities, who the speakers, including if you didn't get a chance to read every last word right here, we've got them all listed on the website. And also you can see some firsthand video talking about the hotel, to the conference, the speakers, and the excitement that will be presented. We hope that all of you will be joining us, me, myself, Peter Hopkins, and Greg Stockton, in San Diego, California, June 3rd through the 6th, 2013. We'd like to thank you for listening in today, and please keep on the IR trail and let us know any questions you may have. thermalimagingconference.com.